back to another episode of The Stable. I'm Devin. Just wanted to give y'all an update. The FJ has his new shoes on. So here we are with that. So these are the 17x9 Dirty Life. So this is a simulated beadlock ring on here, but it does come off and they give you the option to run a true beadlock ring on there. You just have to buy the other ring. So that may be something I do later on in the future if I start wheeling this thing pretty hard. But so far, I'm absolutely loving the way it looks. I also eventually gonna paint this ring silver and maybe change these bolts because the gold doesn't really match anything I have going on this FJ right now. So probably just change those out. These are 35s I'm running on here, so a buddy did do the body mount chop for me and weld in the piece. At full turn, it just barely hits this little bead right there, so I may run just a small spacer just to bring it out a tad, just so I don't have to worry about that. But other than that, I have no complaints at all. These tires are you probably see them, but they're a Supermax RT. They're a 35 by 1250 17. And yeah, I'm just loving how this thing is sitting and looks right now. So as far as the rest of this suspension goes, maybe you can see right there, the front I am running the Bilstein 6112. This is a 2.5 lift on the front with a 150 to 225 spring. These are coilovers on the front, and there's the JBA upper control arm, and I have no complaints with these either so far, and I'm loving the upper control arms. You can see there's 3 grease zerks on there. So the owner of the company actually emailed me the other day just to give me an update and remind me it was time to grease the zerks again. So that was I'm very appreciative that he actually took the time to reach out and remind people about taking care of the product that he sold. As for the back, see if you can kind of see it back there. So the back is the Bilstein 5160. See if you can see the reservoir on there as well. And I'm running a 400-pound rated spring. The reason for the extra springs, I wanted to go heavy duty springs because eventually this thing is going to get steel front bumpers, back bumpers. There's going to be a winch on the front, so I just wanted to make sure that this suspension was going to be able to handle that extra weight. As for the rest of this, so here are the V-Land headlights. These are the only lights I can get to come on. When the vehicle's actually turned on, the turn signal will light up and come all the way up, so that kind of fixed itself, I guess. But for whatever reason, this inner bulb will not come on. No high beams, low beams. This is all I have. Thankfully, they are pretty bright. So I've been driving it. It might not be the safest thing to do, but it's just enough for me to be able to see. If it gets too dark, then I turn on the little pod lights right here and light up the road. And then the tail lights, I thought everything was working in the last video when I wired everything up. However, the reverse light does not come on. So with that being said, I seen a guy on the forums online say he replaced the bulb in there to a LED bulb, and that fixed his problem. I don't know if that'll work for me. I might have to try it. On the front, on the same FJ Cruiser forum, I looked at these headlights. A lot of people had problems with them, and they ended up flipping the wires to the little black diode box in there. I tried that and it did nothing for me. So I'm back to square one with these lights. I'm trying to figure out how to get them to work. I do love the way it looks. I think it looks mean, looks pretty intimidating. So no complaints with how it looks. Still want to paint the grille black and the roof black, but other than that, I absolutely love this car. All right, and an update for the Mustang. So we did end up taking it to the shop to try to get it dynoed, but the last tires are pretty old, cracked on the outside, so we just didn't think it was going to be safe to put on the dyno. So we got the new tires put on. They are the Federal 595s, I believe. And I know my last Nitos on the back, they were pretty old. However, these things are super soft and it is not even breaking loose on the street. and it is just wanting to pull and pull and pull now until I finally let off of the gas. Triton is out here in the stable with us. He just turned 2 the other day. He's trying to get his ball right here. Yay. Go. So I need to wax this thing. I just want to wax it before I take it to the shop to be dynoed. But so hopefully that will happen this week. I wanted to do it last week. However, the weather, we had a lot of snow, and the days it was nice, the yard right here was just complete mud, and I didn't want to get this thing out in it since I had just cleaned it. So that just leaves me with really only being able to mess with this next. Next, I need to strip this down, pull all the parts off of it, close up the holes, and I want to get this whole thing powder coated black, but I want to polish these lines in the top. So I'm gonna try to attempt to do that on my own. So these polished lines will lead right into the polished AccuFab throttle body, and I think that would just look really good. So that's the plan with this. I'm gonna try to do it on my own. So hopefully that comes out right. If not, then I guess I can just powder coat the whole thing and cover it up and you'll never know. But all this stuff needs to be pulled off because I need to put my injectors on this. When I powder coat it, I'm just probably gonna go ahead and change out all these gaskets in here as well. And I need to pull off the hoses. So that's what's about to happen with this. I also need to purchase the throttle body, probably a new alternator, because this one just it just doesn't sound right to me. I haven't had it tested, but I might as well just replace it and put a new one on there. So hopefully after I get the Raycar dynoed, we'll see what it does. Then I'll come in here, tear it apart, put the new bullet intake on there, and just go get it dynoed again to see how much it picked up with just the intake. So more to come to that. Hopefully the next video you guys see is a dyno of this. I know Sean is talking about also taking his Shelby to get dynoed, so y'all can see how much us being up here at altitude affects the car. So he might go the same day as me, he might not. Hopefully if he does, we can get some street pulls against it on the highway too. But I have a feeling with these new tires on the back and the way this car is running, it's gonna be uglier than it was last time for him. But with that said, please like, subscribe, and check back in a little bit for our new video. Thanks.